Hello again, watch friends. Welcome back. Here we are on location in beautiful, sunny, rainy, windy Beach Haven, New Jersey. Beach Haven is on the New Jersey shore, a little below the halfway point north to south on the Atlantic. Beach Haven and another dozen or so towns are located on Long Beach Island, a 13-mile strip of land situated between Barnegat Bay on the west and on the east, of course, the Atlantic Ocean. A little further north from here on the mainland is Asbury Park, the hometown of a famous New Jersey rocker, a fellow by the name of Bruce Springsteen. About a half-hour ride to the south, and also on the mainland, is Atlantic City, whose infamous history 100 years ago, during Prohibition, included rum running, bootlegging, and the start of organized crime. Ah, New Jersey, born and raised. I don't think I've ever done a watch unboxing in the 150 or so videos I've done in the last 4 years. So this is a first. And I had planned to do the unboxing on the shore of the Atlantic. Since the weather outside is so frightful, let's go inside and get on with it. I'll be doing the unboxing in real time, well, recorded real time anyway, so you'll be seeing what I see as I open the packaging. Spoiler alert, if you've read the title of this video, you know what the watch is, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. So let's open up this package, indoors. Let's see, shipped by DHL. Let's see what's inside. Cardboard box that has a Ming sticker. That's a good sign. And there's something inside the cardboard box. Looks like a nice watch box. Taking off 2 more stickers to get to the watch box. And now sliding out the inner box, and inside that is some kind of canvas. Oh, and a letter from Ming, probably thanking me for buying the watch. Oh, nice. A leather, I guess, travel case with Ming embossed on it. A couple of button closers. You don't see that. You don't see this type of fastener very often. Opening it up reveals a watch. Surprise. And as I pull it out, the anticipation mounts. Setting the case aside, removing the watch from the plastic. This is the Ming 27.01. Very attractive. I love this design. And that movement, also excellent looking. It says Ming on the back of the straps. At first glance, the dial is a nice contrast with the strap color. And those wonderful, characteristic Ming hands. You'd know this is a Ming watch anywhere. And this is the Ming 27.01. Some history. Since 2017, Ming is a horological collective formed by 6 watch enthusiasts from around the world under the leadership of Ming Thien. Ming, who has a background in accounting, banking, photography, and business consulting, never expected to become a watchmaker or watch designer, but as such, admits that being a collector has driven his desire to create timepieces. Regarding the brand, he says that it would probably have been easier to purchase an old name and some claim to history rather than picking an Asian name while acknowledging we were 100% fresh off the boat, but that would have been disingenuous. Further, Ming says, we have no heritage, but we are creating it as we go along. We neither pretend to have history, nor are we burdened by it. We make watches as we see fit and would want to have in our own collections. That philosophy provides great freedom to create watches the founders would want to own in their own collections, regardless of price point. And this is aided by working with the best partners they can find for a given project, whatever the level of the piece may be. All Ming watches are assembled, regulated, and tested in Switzerland, with assembly and final quality control done in Malaysia. For further information on the Ming philosophy and their history, check out the description below for links you might find interesting. Now, the Ming 27.01. According to Ming, this watch is an evolution of their debut watch, the 17.01. It's a spiritual successor to that very first watch we produced, and it is appropriately the first watch to feature their second-generation design language. After 15 models in 2.5 years, and a Grand Prix de Horlogerie de Genève win, Ming used 3D CAD rather than two-dimensional design, in Photoshop no less. In fact, the 2701 is one of the first watches created in 3D from the start. But not to worry, the core elements of Ming design are still there, only more refined. Features such as mixed finishes, smooth case transitions, and legibility, just to name a few, are all present in the 2701. The case. The case is a classic 38 millimeter in diameter and an incredible 6.9 millimeter thick, due in part to the manual movement, more on that shortly. The stainless steel case has a mix of brushed and polished surfaces and what Ming calls flying blade lugs. Lug-to-lug distance is a short 42.1 millimeters, which adds to the wearability of the watch. However, if you think the relatively petite dimensions are a negative, the 2701 still has a presence, if not an elegant one. Front and rear sapphire crystals are present, each with double-sided AR coatings. This is no doubt a dress watch, which accounts for the 50-meter water resistance. The easy-to-use crown is signed, as is the buckle, and the 2701 comes with a beautiful 20-millimeter smooth burgundy leather strap by Jean Rousseau Paris. With a 20-millimeter width, it should be easy to accessorize the watch with straps that suit the occasion, but the supply strap is more than fine with me. The quick-release aspect of the strap is handy. I should also mention that a very attractive black leather travel pouch is included, which is handmade in Kuala Lumpur by Studio Koji Sato. Just another example of a company that is classy in their watch designs and their execution. The dial. Some may say, and have, that the dial is bland, but I disagree. The dark gray dial contrasts nicely with the polished case, and the machine indices create a little depth while still remaining flat. The circular index at 12 o'clock nicely orients the face, and the Ming at 3 o'clock adds a bit of interest. There is, unfortunately for me, no lume, as this is a true ultra-thin dress watch, and in that tradition, lume is generally not part of the aesthetic. Still, it would have been cool, as it is on other Ming pieces. Speaking of aesthetic, my 2701 incorporates the Ming design language in the unique hands, hollowed-out case, and buckle lug shapes. Similar to maybe H. Moser and C's approach, Ming probably didn't need to put the word Ming at 3 o'clock. It would be obvious this is a Ming even without it. And maybe the lack of it will be more consistent with the minimalist design of which this watch is all about. The movement. The Ming 2701 sports the hand-wound Ming 7001.M1 movement, which is a heavily modified ETA 7001 Peugeot with new bridges and baseplate remade courtesy of manufacturer Schwartz Etienne in a configuration of Ming's own design. It was meant to retain the same aesthetic as the 19 series, with solid base plate with maximal openings of upper bridges to put the moving components on display. I can hardly say that the movement with its black chrome plated bridges and plates was one of the features that attracted me to this watch. Ming believes that a display back must have something worth seeing behind it, and the 2701 certainly does. Interestingly, Ming states that the 2701 is powered by a movement so heavily reworked that we probably should have started from scratch, since only the gear train and escapement was retained from the Puso 7001. By the way, I've always liked the manual 7001 movement and have a couple of watches that contain a modified version of it. When fully wound, the Ming has a 42-hour power reserve. In summary, as a rule, I don't go in for artsy or trendy watches, which is what I thought Ming was all about when I first learned of them. But as I watched their timepieces roll out over the years, and as each iteration seemed to mature, I was intrigued. With Ming, I believe it's a total package of features. Manufacturer Schwarz Etienne for the production of the 2701, Jean Rousseau Paris for the straps, Studio Koji Sato for the travel pouch. Ming considers the 2701 an entry-level watch, but you'd never know it. At just 38 by 6.9 millimeters, the 2701 is the thinnest watch Ming has made to date. I think it's an excellent looking and quality timepiece, and I was fortunate to grab one in the brief 10 minutes it was available online. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share with your watch friends, and subscribe if you already haven't. Be sure to click the bell so as to be alerted of new content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.